Hi, Burton. It's Kat.
Hi, Kat. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
That is awesome. And you have a brand new album.
Yep.
I've been reading the synopsis on this album and, well, it reads almost like, wow, this sounds like you could turn it into a movie. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Absolutely. I purposely wrote it that way. That's how I tend to write. When I write stories, I literally have a movie going through my head, and I'm watching it in slow motion to capture every moment and every detail to make sure I don't miss anything. So when I write, that's how I see it. The lyrics are transformed into images, and the images are transformed into moving pictures going through my mind. And I've always wanted to write scripts. I've never really wanted to make a movie per se, but like direct. But to write a script, absolutely. I just finished a graphic novel that's going to be released on my website, and it's the graphic novel for the industrialist.
Right.
And I hope to do one for this album, and what I'd like to do is go back to obsolete and take that script that's in there and create a graphic novel for that myself.
Right. You can tell that you got more than an interest in just writing, music. When you look at this, there's definitely stories to be told, but you tell them in a way that I guess young people and that can relate to them and hold on to them in their own way.
Absolutely, and that's the kind of writing that I've always enjoyed myself. Growing up as a youngster, reading comics and graphic novels and loving movies, that's what inspires me to write, and that's where my style of writing comes from, is from the movie perspective. And when I write, that's how I think. And I do enjoy writing for a younger audience because as dark as the stories may seem, or as bleak as the stories may seem, there's always an aspect of hope, because there should always be hope. And then, because it shouldn't just let the darkness overcome you, you should just overcome it, because there are things in this world that, yes, they're terrible, and yes, things can be negative, and yes, there's oppression. You can't overcome it, and I always like having that message in there.
Yeah, and it seems like you're sitting back and looking at the world and seeing where we're heading and writing that down, and it's kind of more of a warning to us about where we're heading rather than like this is where we're going and there's nothing we can do about it.
Absolutely, and there can be changes made to this. I'm just presenting a possible scenario, and if people are aware of the scenario, then people can prepare for it in different ways and maybe make changes. If they don't want that scenario to happen, they can make efforts to make it not happen.
Yeah. Can I ask, actually, you appeared in the Nirvana video Smells Like Teen Spirit when you were a teenager. It makes me wonder, with your, going into music and that, were your family somehow involved in music or videos or something?
No, I was 22 when that video was made, and Fear Factory had just started, and I was living in LA, and I'm a music fan. I was going to concerts all the time, and I was a fan of Nirvana when I got the Blue EP, and then I got Bleach. I saw them several times on that record, and I was working with a guy in LA, working in this place, and one of the guys who worked there, he played the cello on the song Something in the Way, so we had the album like 4 or 5 months before it even came out, so we were listening to it every day. And so when Nirvana was playing a show at the Roxy, we went, they threw out flyers inviting people to come down to the video shoot. And so everyone who showed up to the video shoot was in the video.
Right. Oh, awesome. Okay. Do you know what actually got you interested in getting into a band?
Yeah, I've always loved music. Some of my earliest memories are involved with music. And I was, I was in like a church choir, and I was, school plays and musicals, whatever, when I was a kid, obviously, a very small kid. But I always loved music. And then going through high school, I was just, my musical taste was adapting and changing. And when I went to college, I went to art school in D.C. and went for about, studying photography and creative writing, and dropped out after a year and a half, lived in D.C. for another 6 months, and then a buddy and I moved to California, and I was joking around with my friends in D.C. saying, yeah, I'm going to move to L.A. and become a rock star. And but I wanted to be a writer technically. So I just kind of fell into it, right place at the right time, taking opportunities, not letting opportunities pass me by, and everything just kind of worked out.
Yeah, and you became what you joked about, but then that also fulfills the writing side of you in a lot of ways too.
Absolutely. It's, I truly believe that if you put it out into the universe, it will happen.
Yeah. What was it like when the band reformed and Dino came back after a few years of you not working with him?
It was like a breath of fresh air, and it felt really good to have that chemistry back again. Because Dino and I started this band, and there was always a chemistry. His style of guitar playing, his sound, and my style of vocalizing and my style of writing just fit together. And it was just a natural chemistry that worked. And when it was missing, it was apparent that it was missing. And, I was very happy. It was like a breath of fresh air that chemistry came back.
Cool. And your drummer, Mike Heller, am I correct in believing this is his first album with you?
You are correct. Mike the Stellar Heller.
Well, he's an amazing drummer.
He is an amazing drummer, and it's his first album recording with us, and we wanted that to happen because, when we were writing, there was things we went and did some introspection about Fear Factory, and we learned that the best songs and the most popular songs, I would say they're not best, but the most popular songs that Fear Factory play, especially live, are the more groovier songs, like the heavy groovy songs. And so we wanted that element to return. And for that to happen, a live drummer was the way to go, because a program or a machine just cannot emulate what a human can do and the nuances of a human playing. So, yeah, that was the main drive of having Mike play on this album.
Yeah. Well, can I ask then about your vocals? Because you do both the clean and the screaming vocals. And I mean, you guys were doing this a long time before hardcore was a thing. So you kind of helped create the hardcore scene. But how do you look after your vocals? Like, you've been doing this for over 25 years.
Yeah, it's just something that I do. It's something that just kind of came out of me naturally, and something that we started playing around with early on in Fear Factory history. And, now that I'm 46, yes, I have to take better care of my voice. I can't be smoking every day. I can't be drinking every day. I have to do morning warm-ups. I warm up before the show. I warm down after the show. And I really have to take measures to make sure that I keep my voice in good condition so I can continue to perform every day. So it's, for them I'm no more spring chicken anymore.
No, and you're probably trying to get your fitness up now, because I'm sure that you're going to be touring with the release of Genexus.
Absolutely. And we've been on tour for the past 6 weeks already. We started touring in Europe July 1st, doing festivals, and then we came immediately back to the United States and started touring as direct support for Cold Chamber, and that's the tour we're on now. This tour is going to last till August 23rd, and then August 24th we continue with our own headlining tour through September 16th.
Well, your music has sustained throughout all this time, but I feel like a lot of the bands that have got a good history like Fear Factory, you're actually coming out with some of your best work now. Do you feel like that?
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. I'm just happy that we're able to still work. Some bands could not stand the test of time, imploded, or just gave up. And because of our need for survival and our passion for music, is the reason why we continue. And it's that drive that makes us continue to write music. So if it just gets better, I think the more records we have, I think we just become better at it.
Yeah, awesome. And What about Australia? Are we on the cards for a tour from Fear Factory in the next 12 months?
Yes, you are. There's nothing scheduled yet, but it's definitely in the plans.
Well, we'll be looking forward to that. We'll also be keeping an eye out for your... When's the book coming out?
Well, the book is only available, it's on pre-sale right now, but it's been printed up, it's being shipped from China to the United States, and it's only available on my website, burtoncbell.com.
Right.
And it's a very limited number as well.
Right. So people should go to burtoncbell.com. And the album Genexus is out on the 7th of August, and fearfactory.com or facebook.com/Fear Factory is where you can find out more information. I was going to quickly ask, Genexus, the word, did you actually make that word up, or was that already a thing out there?
No, it's out there. Gino found it online, but there's no real definition for it. It's, I believe it's actually some company.
Right.
But, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah, but you made your own definition up for it.
Yeah, we made our own definition up for it, and then they probably don't have the rights to it for an album title.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I will explain the meaning that I got for it, because I'm going to get in trouble if I don't let you go and you'll be running late all morning. Thank you very much for your time. It has been awesome to talk to you, and I really look forward to seeing you when you come out here.
Well, thank you, Kat. It was great talking to you, too.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.